For most of us, when we think about the month of October, two things probably come to mind. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and of course, Halloween will be here before you know it. But did you realize that October is also National Audiologist Month? So we have one for you on the show this morning. Dr. Tiffany Ahlberg is here from Ahlberg Audiology up in Cleveland. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Julie.
So you said that when you tell people that you are an audiologist, they often kind of do what they think is funny and go, "I'm sorry, what?" Is that right?
They either do one of two things. They either say, "What?" in a joking manner, or they say, "What's that?" Because it's such a small field.
It is a rather small field. I mean, your practice is growing. You said there are 3 of you now in the office, but how many audiologists are there? Not to make you play
in the
mathematician.
United States, because I looked this up last night. In the United States, there's between 12 and 13,000 practicing audiologists.
So that's not many when you divide that by 50 states and then cities within each state.
Yes.
There aren't a lot.
Yes.
So it's very important for you to develop a good rapport and a close one with your clients, I would think.
Yes, it is. Audiology is just such a wonderful field in the fact that we get to spend so much quality time with our patients, and it really is a relationship business. I mean, as far as the relationships that we build with our patients are amazing.
So would I be wrong to have the perception that audiologists tend to be more for an older population, or do younger people often see you too?
That is a misconception, because we see so many younger people, and now we work with children too, and so we see population of literally all ages, from birth to over 100.
Well, it's funny when, as parents, you take your kids to the pediatrician, right? And at some point, they do the basic vision check and have them stand at the end of the hallway to test their eyesight. And of course, doctors are always looking in their ears, but as parents, I don't think we ask. We just figure that it's to see if there's wax buildup in there or an infection.
Yes.
But are they testing a little bit their hearing?
Yes. And so when babies are born, there's a universal hearing screening program now. So almost all babies are tested in the hospital unless something happens and they're not able to be tested, and then they usually refer out. But most babies are tested in the hospital before they leave, and then usually the pediatrician will do hearing screenings and then refer out to us if there's a problem with that screening.
Well, I asked about the kids because I know one thing, as a mom yourself, you and I have had private conversations in the raising of teenagers today, and the amount of noise that's in their world. Prevention is the key to your success.
Yes, absolutely. You don't realize how loud things are until it's too late. Hearing loss is so gradual, and I don't think kids know what they're doing to their ears. Not only with the music, but the video games. They're constantly watching, YouTube videos.
Right.
It's all over the place.
And they're watching it. It's not like in the old days when they were watching in the family room when everybody shared the TV. This is up in their room with their phones on YouTube, and you don't know how loud it is.
Exactly, yes.
So with the phones, we're kind of going to go all over the place, but there's a certain level of decibels, right, that you're safe to not exceed?
Yes.
What's that magic number, and how do you know if you're exceeding it?
So my daughter was excited the other day. She has an Android phone, and it said, your phone is above the safe listening levels.
Really?
But anything 85 dB, for 8 hours, but if they're going to be listening to it for, 3 or 4 hours, they don't want to exceed 90 dB.
Okay.
And,
but did they have a way, like your daughter's phone obviously has a setting. Do most phones now, or can you get one?
I'm not sure with the iPhones. I think the Androids do have that capabilities. I'm not sure with the iPhones. I have not seen that personally on my iPhone.
Right.
So.
Okay, so talk a little bit about within your practice then, when people come in to see you for the first time, are they a little bit nervous?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We're the last place a lot of people want to be. They're forced to come in by family members, and we try to make it as comfortable as we possibly can because we know it's an emotional experience.
Is it time consuming, or is it a pretty short visit?
It depends on what the problem is. I mean, if they just come in for a baseline screen, which people should have, then it's a relatively short visit. But if they come in and they have a hearing loss and we have to talk about different options, then it's a little longer.
You said they come in because their family has encouraged them to do so. Is it beneficial to have them come in with somebody else who's close?
That they can, for ears are always better than two. So just to be able to comprehend everything that we're giving them,
right.
Sometimes it's confusing. So
it is good. You think a lot about, well, all of us, but you tend to think that maybe you're the only one perceiving something or experiencing something, and that, yeah, you don't realize that maybe you're more common than you think. Does that happen when they come into your office? They're
yes, and
almost relieved?
Most of the time, people will say, I wish I had done this a long time ago. I didn't realize it was going to be this easy. But I think about things in my life that I have put off and put off and put off because it's scary. And it's not just hearing, but just anything.
Right.
And you put it off, and then you get it over with, and you think, oh, that wasn't so bad. And it's the same way with hearing.
Well, also, I mean, not everything is within your control. So yours specifically, I mean. So I would think some people don't come in either because they had this idea that to get fixed it's going to be very expensive, but it runs the gamut, doesn't it? Price-wise?
Yeah, there's all, you know, a lot. Sometimes insurance will help, sometimes it won't. But we try to offer something in everyone's price range.
Okay, so how do they, to come to you, can they just call on their own, or do they have to have a referral from a primary care?
No, they can just call the office. When they call the office, we can determine with their particular insurance if we have to request a referral from their primary care, but most insurances do not require a referral.
Well, try to get your appointment in then the month of October, since it's significant. It's National Audiology Month. You will find Dr. Ahlberg and the rest of her staff on North Ocoee Street in Cleveland. Their phone number is 641-0956, online at ahlbergaudiology.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.